What is going on, and welcome to the Gust of Wind podcast. I'm your humble host, Gazerine2K. Beside me is my companion, my friend, my partner, my confidant, Steuben. And joining us today, Steuben, is who?
We have the one and only Juancho Saldana, aka PrimeTimeWizardTV.
It feels good to be back.
Welcome.
This feels like home.
Welcome.
It's been forever. So glad to have you back. You've been very busy with things.
Extremely busy
out there, winning tournaments. Not just you, but like your whole family, taking everybody down.
No, yeah, it's been quite the month. That's for sure. I mean, the amount of prep I put into that one tournament was, I think, the most prep I've ever done for a tournament, and I'm so happy it just paid off.
Yeah, 100% it paid off. Can't beat those results, honestly. You really can't.
No, yeah, it's been I mean, just honestly, my results, it's cool. My result is cool and all, but like when I saw my son and my partner just make the world's invite, that was something else.
Oh, yeah.
The winning was just like, oh, that was fine. I was already over the moon before then. Yeah.
That's just the icing. That's so good. It's so good. But it's been a long time. You've been out there tearing it up, not only as a player, but you've been casting almost.
Was he an official caster? But the time we had him on,
the last time you were on, you were, but not the first time, because the first time you're talking about how you wanted to do it more, and then boom, it happens, and then
just so happened to happen. It's not like you knew like 4 weeks, 2 months before that, and you didn't tell us and then break the news here. But it's fine.
No, that was so tough, not gonna lie. So like, yeah, I remember that the first time I went on here, I told you guys what my dream was and all that, and the tournament right after that was like, I think we were doing before a Salt Lake City Championship recap thing, because I played in Salt Lake. And that's actually where I got picked up. I got picked up like not soon after the Salt Lake City Championship, like literally just a couple of days after, to be honest, after like a couple of chatting, background checks and all that. However, like I was picked up after Salt Lake, but my first show wasn't on till March of the next year. So even if I knew, I wasn't allowed to tell anyone. So for like half a year, I had to keep quiet because I'd be like, I could lose it. I have it here. It's in the palm of my hand. I just have to attend, but it's like so far away. I just can't tell anyone. But it's literally right after the show. The funny thing is too, I got invited to another podcast. It was Mellows, but I had nothing to talk about because all I could think about was this thing. That I was gonna be a caster. I was just like, I can't go on. I'm sorry. I have literally nothing I can talk about.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin, and now Kevin is in the same kind of boat we are, like barely uploading anything, and he's talking about retirement, even though we're not talking about retirement.
Hey, you guys are just coming back, dude. Yeah. When I heard the Gust of Wind was coming back, I was over the moon. It's been so long that I don't even fit the Gust of Wind T-shirt anymore, unfortunately.
I mean, they still exist. There's still some out there.
We need some new merch then. So.
I haven't been super creative in terms of like funny ideas, but maybe your
worst idea was that Modob idea, man. That was your worst idea.
That was the best. Dude,
that was cursed.
People bought that shirt. People absolutely cooked with that shirt. I hope someone wears it at NAIC this year.
I hope not. I really hope not.
When I bought the Blame Gazer shirt, I was like highly debating wearing it to the next event I went to. I was just like, does this count as bullying? I don't know.
I think one of my favorite moments from you was I don't remember what regional it was, but Mew VMAX was on stream, and you snuck in that little bar. I was like, that guy's good. This guy's good. And I didn't catch it. Subin had to tell me about it. I was like, what? And then Subin found the clip, and I watched it like twice. I'm like,
yeah.
That's so subtle. This guy's good.
I think I was at first gaze. Mew VMAX doesn't seem that great, but I wouldn't blame Mews. I want something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about.
You said some people would at first gaze, some people would think this is just like a draw kind of deck, and I wouldn't blame them for thinking that. I'm like, oh, he did it.
But, I emphasized that. I didn't directly say it, but I emphasized it. Yeah.
If only you could like wear it underneath like the suit and blazer or whatever, and then just like Superman.
Blame him.
I could do it. It's gonna be my last show, but I could do it.
Well, when you're ready to retire, you know what to do. Get the word out there. Oh man, that'd be go down with a Blaine Gazer of glory.
Hey, I got brought in with you guys. I'm ready to go down with you
Let's
guys.
go.
That's for sure.
Gazer will
But no, Juancho,
fly the
appreciate you
plane.
being on, man. I'll take us down. We're going down, baby. No, Juancho, appreciate you hopping on, man, and being on. Yeah, so we caught up with you about what's going on. Let's get more into that win, man.
Yeah.
That win. The Philippines Master Ball League. You took down the whole thing. What deck did you play? Deck choice? How'd it feel? Just talk to us. Tell us everything.
Sure. So this one was special just because I've always been a part of the production aspect of of our nationals, right? They've changed the name a couple of times, but right now it's called the Master Ball League. But at the end of the day, it is the national championships. And since they brought it back, ever since they brought it back, because they took it away after the ICs were announced, right? In fact, I was the last national champion for the Philippines, and then they suddenly turned into ICs for the next couple of years, and then we got picked up by TPC. So now it's once TPC picked us up, instead of TPCI, they brought up the tournaments. There were streams, and I've been a part of the streams like since day one with Japan.
When I first met you, you were talking about how you were a shoutcaster for that, and just like it was so much fun, and you're hoping to eventually carry that over somewhere and look at you now. But yeah, you've been a part of that. You're always on the broadcasting side, but then you stepped from behind the desk this time.
Yeah, I mean it was a tough decision, but I was just like, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna miss casting this one, but my family's like en route to getting their invite. I'm not very far behind, to be honest. I have pretty good results throughout the season, so I was just like, I think I'm gonna work, and I'm just gonna try and get my invite this season. So it was a very tough conversation, to be honest, to talking with folks from Japan, but they were completely understanding. And so I went into the tournament, and a lot of the times I'm like, I gave up casting for this, so I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna really put in the time. I'm gonna put in the practice to just give it my all. Make sure that I can have the best run that I can be proud of, and it ended working out. I played what do you call this? Terra Box, just because I like fun decks. I'm not gonna play Dragapult because I felt like I wouldn't be the best Dragapult player. Since before this, I've been playing all Lugia pretty much. Other things that beat Dragapult, but then post rotation, I felt like all the Dragapult players would just have a better understanding of that deck than I would. So I wanted to just build another deck that beats Dragapult, beats the entire metagame. And I think this one worked out. It's just not. If you play it, nothing feels like an easy matchup, unfortunately, but nothing feels like an auto loss. So it worked out. Because I know the deck like the back of my hand, I pretty much won every game I had to win.
Did you hear back after like the staff that were like, oh, since you told us no, but you won? Did they say anything after the fact like, hey, it worked out?
Oh no, yeah. Though I'm very good friends with the well, now he's like the head producer for TPC. He got like promoted to broadcast stuff. I'm like very close friends with him because we have to keep in touch about like I was helping him improve the stream, right? The Asia stream's not as developed as the American stream, so I was giving them like some tips and tricks and all that. So throughout the entire tournament thing, he'd like walk up to me. I was like, "So how you doing? Is it still worth it?" I'm like, "Undefeated, yeah." It's still going good. I'll see you tomorrow. Tough guy.
You know what? This is paying off after all. Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah.
No, yeah, he was one of the first people to congratulate me because he was just up there watching my match on the stream table, and when I won, he congratulated me. He was like, again, one of the first people to say congratulations. They're really cool about it, and I think I can still cast for them next season if I choose to cast.
Good. It's always gotta be nice to have options like that to be able to perform, and also be on like the opposite side of the thing.
There's one time the Fresno regional way back when, almost 2 years ago, coming up on 2 years ago, and you and I were going like beat for beat, mid for mid, average for average, and I think we both finished in the top. Was it 128? I believe, right?
Yeah, we were sitting
like,
right next to each other. It was very
like 3 different times. I'm like at table here, you're like a table ahead of me, then I'm behind you. You're right, and then by like the end of the day, almost like round 8, we're like right across from each other. And I'm looking at you, I'm like, this guy's okay. I mean, he's playing Mew VMAX. I mean, how great can he be? But I guess he's okay. I thought he was better than this. I'm keeping up with him. And now look
I
at
think
you.
I was playing. Pretty sure I was playing Lugia at that point. I was playing the
Were you?
single strike version of Lugia, going to the
Oh,
Urshifu VMAX.
that makes a lot of sense then. Ooh, oh boy. Jeez.
I feel like either one of you tweeted a picture of like the back of the other one's head during like
I do
round
remember
8 or
that.
9 or whatever, like in the distance or whatever it was.
Yeah. That's how I knew I wasn't doing too well. That I could still see Gazer like right across me. I'm just like, man, this run's not doing too.
So for anyone listening playing at NAIC, if you see Gazer's head anywhere near you, you are not doing good. Consider dropping and playing in sides.
I said, oh no, is that Gazer? I gotta lock in. I can't let this happen. It's only round 3. Man, I was the top person who didn't day 2. Like,
you weren't doing that
bad. I was right
you were
there.
like 1 win away from making day 2. I
Yeah,
think you're like
away,
5-3, if I remember, because I was also 5-3 or something.
5-2-2. I finished 5-2-2. And I was like the top person who didn't day 2. And I was like, okay, I can hang my hat on that. Yeah, that's okay, cool.
You're the best of the worst. Yeah, all right.
I was best of the worst. Yeah.
Always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Never the bride. Never.
Oh man, that was me for the
look at
longest
you now,
time.
man.
I was getting second, like just back to back in bigger tournaments. So besides Master Ball, there's the events here called Ultra Ball, which have that Mew EX prizing, which is very expensive, and I consider that anyway our regionals because they give a ton of points. Like the highest I've ever gotten was second twice on that tournament, and then I'd play a league cup, like 100+ person league cup in like the US. Also just second. I was just not getting that win. Yeah, I was always the bridesmaid.
Well, now you can throw the bouquet.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully Gazer misses it.
I want to catch it. Please let me catch it in Portland. Yeah, so if you remember, I know it's been like you're about almost a month removed from this now, from that big dub. Maybe you can remember, what are some of your tougher games that you had? You say it felt like you never were out of a game, but you also felt like you had to fight every game you were in. Like you never had it easy. What was like some of the tougher ones you remember?
None. No, I'm kidding. No, okay, so
this guy's good.
To be honest, like at that point when I was playing, I was mainly just nervous really for my family. So my son, he had to make top 4 in his division to be able to make it to Worlds. If he doesn't make top 4, he doesn't get in. And it's top 4 cut, right? So in my gut, like I was just so nervous, but he started winning, right? He goes 3-0. And because he's in 3-0, I'm like over the moon. I'm 3-0 then at that point too. Then he just needs to win one more game. If he wins one more game, there's 6 rounds. He's won 3. If he wins one more game, he's guaranteed into cut. And then he loses 2 straight. When he loses 2 straight, I can't concentrate. I'm like, I want to throw up. That's when I get like my first loss into Swiss. So, and that matchup again, that was Dragapult, which I guess to answer your question is a tough matchup because it's the best deck in format. You have to do something a little bit extra to beat that deck. When your mind's not in it, when you're like a little bit when you're distracted, that's when you get your toughest matchups, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like he needs to get one more win. I lose my game fairly quick, so I run back to his match and I find out he wins his last round. He makes cut, and from there on, I kid you not, I never drop a single game. I'm like, I get the family buff, and I'm just like so hyped. I'm so happy for my son. And then my partner's also doing well, and because of her performance too, she guarantees her invite. So I'm just like, this is it. I don't care anymore. Yeah, every opponent afterwards, I'm just chatting with them about, oh, my son made it. I'm so happy, and I'm kicking their butt.
I'm sure they weren't feeling.
They're sweating their eyes out. They're sweating their eyes out like sick. That's great. I'm happy for you. Anyway, how do I knock out that cornerstone? What do I?
No, yeah, yeah. Again, once you get into that mindset, I was just like, no match felt tough, to be honest. Like I've been on 2 stream games and I was fairly composed. I think I 2-0'd both games, and I was just like, the deck has has multiple win conditions. There's a way to wall. There's a way to deck out with the Sob, but there's definitely a way to rush your opponent as well. And sometimes it just takes a minute. You take your time a little bit and figure out what win condition is possible for you. Normally it is just winning with prize cards, but sometimes when your back's against the wall, I did win using Sob on stream. Yeah,
strategy,
so
nothing wrong with it. It's part of the game. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
No,
using
But yeah.
every tool to your advantage in that deck
Mhm,
specifically. It's like a Swiss Army knife. It really is.
Oh yeah. When you look at the deck, there's like so many one-ofs. It's like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then one energy of each.
Mhm.
So your main opponent really is just prizing. A lot of the times you lose to, your mind your mind is like game set on a specific line, right? Like a specific style of play. Like for example, Pikachu, you want to just take a couple of knockouts. But then like one prize can ruin the entire thing. So I think since I put in a lot of time with the deck, I think flexibility is key. In the finals, I was up against Goldengo, and if you're thinking, I have two outs there. I could go the Pika route because I could go Pikachu, take 4 KOs with Pikachu or whatnot, 4 prizes with Pikachu, or I could Cornerstone. And both times, like the prizing was so awkward. Like at one game, I prized Pikachu Crystal. The other game, I prized Cornerstone Fighting. So I literally had to go both routes to win.
Man.
But yeah, it's just taking the time and realizing this is the tools I have, and let's just use that.
Mhm.
Yeah, all those one-offs, just like, oh, I'm never gonna prize it. There's only one copy of it, but then like when you do, you notice it more than anything else.
Hey, where's my crystal? Hey, where's my Iono? I need disruption right now. Where is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that.
It's even worse if you play a 2 of something and you prize both of those.
Ugh.
I think that's
I
the
kid you
the
not.
worst feeling.
Oh, there
So look,
there was a game where I prized both bosses orders, so
Yeah.
you're like, well, I'm not gussing up anything. Whatever's in the active, I gotta hit it. Here we go.
I can snipe,
Pikachu. Oh yeah, I guess that's Wellspring Go. Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
I had a game recently. It was just league night. No, it was a challenge night. I take that back. It was a challenge.
Mm.
And if you guys haven't heard, I've been playing Walls pretty religiously for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I can't stop playing it. Played something different last night. Was disappointed. So I'm going back to Walls for the rest of the week. But I was playing Walls. I hit Raging Bolt. That's just auto win, right? I got 2 giraffe rigs and 2 free giraffes. TM Evo should be good to go. Get the perfect setup for it. I go to Nest Ball for my fan rotom for my 2 giraffes. I got the colorless ones, right? So fan rotom, 2 giraffes, TM Evo, good to go. I checked my pricing. I priced both the free giraffes.
Womp womp.
So I said, it's okay. I have a backup plan. I can buy time with Mimikyu. I'd go look for Mimikyu. I prize Mimikyu too.
Womp womp womp.
So Raging Bolt. So yeah, I know. So yeah, pricing could definitely be a situation. That's the difficulty of something like, specifically something like Terrabox, because it's a tough deck to play. I feel like the skill cap is kind of it's really up there. The floor is low, like it's hard to like do just well with the deck, but the ceiling is super high. So it's like a big gap right there in between.
Yeah, there's
do you
so
ever
many
find
tips and
yourself like
tricks. Oh,
yeah?
sorry.
Do you ever find yourself no? Do you ever find yourself like just like overthinking or overcooking, just couldn't figure out exactly what was going on, and just the deck could give you any issues? And just you said like the back of your hand, but during that tournament, that stressful time, it's a lot going on. Do you ever feel like too much going on? What do I do?
I guess there's this one time I misplayed just
Here we go.
because I was watching Azul stream back and he just mentioned, oh, you just win. But
Oh, I seen that moment. I did see that moment.
to be honest, that was a little bit of a weirder situation that didn't come up in my testing, where my opponent has a 1 prize penalty, and a Goldengo with 200 plus damage, and a Monkey Dory on the bench. So I could have just Wellspring to win. That, to be honest, like, yeah, because I didn't think of that specific scenario. I didn't do that line, but also I kind of didn't want to win that way anyway. I did just take up 2-2 just to tell my opponent it didn't matter. I had game locked up where I was just like, I knock out the active, and then he goes up with Dragapult. I attack with Clefairy, and a lot of the times that's how the deck is. A lot of the times the deck is just bait, right? I put down the giraffe. I put down the giraffe. What do you call this? The Raging Bolt player is going to be like, oh my god, I have to kill that giraffe
I have to
so
kill
that
it.
I have to kill it before it evolves. So I'm going to use my big Raging Bolt. That's the only way to kill it really early before it evolves. And with that, my trap is set. He knocked out one prize. I'm gonna. And there's a 2 prize interact. I'm gonna go Clefairy, put down all my Pheasantipity, my Mew, and everything, and I'm gonna win with the 2/2/2. There are a lot of times like that, but I guess there were a lot of times I'd struggle for sure when I'm can't put pieces together. The other stream match, like I mentioned, I was losing. I was playing against Zoroark, and I think I was doing not. I was really depending on the cornerstone, trying to wall, but it wasn't working out because they 2-shot it, and now I can't get it back, and I'm just falling so far behind. I'm not sure if I'm making the right plays. I'm like attacking with the Girafarig to paralyze, for example, and it doesn't work out. At that point, I could have just scooped,
Wait,
but I was just like
what?
wanted to get more information. And then
No,
I was
wait.
taking too much time. Yeah.
You had to attack with Girafarig. I didn't see that game. I didn't see that game. You attacked with Girafarig to try to paralyze?
Yeah, I just
Two
needed
for
to buy
30,
a
flip a
little bit
coin?
of time. Yeah, 30 damage,
Oh,
flip a
my.
coin if its head's paralyzed.
Juancho,
To be
no.
honest, I was baiting. I was trying to get more information to deck because the guy was like trading everything. So I'd like look at the discard pile, trying to memorize the deck because it's best of 3, right? So I'm trying to memorize. Like what I'm trying to bait is like I want to see if they have Turo, right? So I was like attacking with the Girafarig, my back's against the wall, and then at some point I'm just like, okay, fine, sob. He does nothing, and then we go through the deck. He Ionos, so now I get to see even more of the deck, and then he does have a Turo. But because Cornerstone has 210 HP, he doesn't get knocked out by anything. He just attacks with the snipe attack. And I could just sub again, and he has like 1 card left in the deck, so I won. Again, that one.
That game. Yes, sir, that's right.
Yeah, that one was a little sketchy, right? It's like none of the plays were optimal. I was attacking with Girafarig. It's a little awkward, but you find a way.
I mean, you pulled through. You made it through all of those matches, and you took the whole dang thing home, man.
Yeah, man. And you punched your ticket to the Worlds, and so did the whole family. So I'll see you guys out there in Anaheim, man.
Yeah, it's exciting. Just to talk a little bit about the format on how Asia gets the invite. It's you have to maintain a top 8 standing throughout the season, or get first or second in the Master Ball. The only way to get the stipend is to win or get second in the Master Ball. So I was so glad to win. So and my whole family's going. That means I got us at least a hotel for Anaheim.
Let's go.
Are we getting there? I don't know, but we have a hotel though.
Well, I'm getting there.
I don't know. Okay, there. Okay. I don't know about the flight. But we have a hotel. We got tickets.
That's so funny. Oh my god. Well, see you guys later. Hops on the jet, goes to Anaheim. No, that's not.
Next time, do better. Just win better, guys. No. There's a while where your partner, she was doing better than you for a while, wasn't she?
Oh no, yeah. She was ahead of me in the standings for a minute. She's an amazing player. She's honestly, it came to a point where I talked to her. I admitted I was just like, because she learned how to play by modding my stream. And then I remember. She ended up falling in love with the game. She competed while I casted, and I thought everything was good. And then it came to a point where, I just admitted to her, I'm just like, I pretty much on the same skill level. When we play now, it's like we'll both learn something. So it's at that point, I just told her, I was like, maybe I'm no longer trying to coach you. Now we're just playing against each other.
Yeah.
So we tried actually coaching for her, and that just brought her skill level to like another level. now I extra learn game. I extra learn something when I play against her.
She asked, how can you go this route? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you play that? You're like, I don't know why I didn't. I guess I didn't think about it. I don't know. But now I remember her modding your streams of, what was the screen name? Aaron something.
Aaron.
What was it?
Aaron 27.
27. There it is. Like Aaron 72. Yeah. 27. Yeah, I remember her modding, and then your streams were good times we used to stream, man. Used to stream as good times, and I thought you were gonna take off as a streamer for a while. And then I said, okay, he'll cast and he'll stream. And then now look at you.
I still do want to stream. I'm like, it's just been a little awkward because when I fly over, I'm like, I stay there for like a week and a half or something. So I'll miss a week and a half. And then I come back and I'm tired. I want to spend time with my family. So I'm like 2 weeks out. And 2 weeks offline in the streaming world is like
It's a
years
death
or
sentence.
something.
Yeah.
Who you telling? Who you telling, man?
Yeah, we know.
Who you
We
telling?
know.
But no, you've
Yeah.
chosen this caster life, man. It's been working out for you. You've been doing this. How long have you been casting now?
This is my 3rd season, so
Yeah.
I'm coming up on my 3rd year.
Mhm.
Maybe 2 and a
I was gonna
half, just because I came
I was
in
gonna say
like
2.5.
half of this. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
So,
say 2.5.
but still,
But yeah,
third season in.
yeah. So you've been doing this for for a nice amount of time. What have you learned since your very first cast to now? What mistakes you look back on like, I can't believe I did that. Why'd I say that? What was I thinking? Any moments like that?
That's too many.
Oh man. No, well,
Too many.
I mean, I
Uh,
don't like. Can you give at least like one big example, like of what you regret the most, if anything?
I don't. Well, I don't think there's something I regret
Okay,
too
that's
much,
good.
but there's a lot of times where I can't watch myself back, right?
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, I get that.
that it's that type of thing.
Like I
But it's
said that.
mostly just. Mhm. It's mostly like sometimes there was a time where I just forgot the guy's name I was interviewing. It was very, very awkward. Okay, so as a host, you have like a lot of things. You're like scrambling around. I'm like running around the background trying to get B-roll footage, make sure there's footage for whenever there's downtime, right? And they've been putting me on that host role a lot because I know how to talk to people or something. And
Yeah,
then
you're great
sometimes you
at
have
it.
to
You
run
are.
back and do the winner's interview, right? So that one of those times I ran back, did the winner's interview, but silly me, I like all I did for that match was look at it for like 1 second, and I sat down for the interview. So I don't even know what the match. I have a vague idea of what the match was, and then, but because I was thinking of the match, the guy's name was really long. And it totally slipped my mind what
Man.
it was. And you imagine you're like there, like the lights are on, the director's going 3, 2. All right, you're live. Hello and welcome to. I forgot what regional was that. Welcome to Milwaukee. I'm joined with last round's winner. How's it going?
Yes,
Good save.
our
Great
last round's
save.
winner. Yes.
But like that's when I realized when I was like thinking about his name that I didn't remember what it was because I think I was thinking of the opponent's name. Oh, and I was just like, last round's winner. How are you feeling? Yeah. I feel
Last
bad
round's winner.
because
How you
I
feeling?
never mentioned his name throughout the entire interview, and then I kind of just
But
had to
but
wing
on the
what happened.
broadcast, it had his name underneath, right? It had
Yeah,
everything was
you're
there on the
fine.
broadcast. So yeah, you're fine. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah. But it was just again, that's one of those times where I mini panic. Where now I'm like taking my time to really, if I'm gonna do an interview, I have to make sure I know who I'm interviewing. I want to make sure I have questions. It just at that time I was fairly newer and I was really scrambling around the background, and but it's like what 5 seconds to get a note card and like just write the person's name and the matchup. So sometimes I'm there, up there with a note card, and that's a big one, I guess.
Okay. A
I mean,
couple
completely
tricks of the trade.
understandable.
Okay.
I mean, they're giving you a lot of responsibilities as well. Like you're there working. It's not like you're there for pure leisure. Like it's an enjoyable work. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
like you
It's
are
still
being ran
work
around.
nonetheless. Yeah.
No,
I've been
but yeah,
casting
but
some cups at Dark Side, and
mm,
you bring in the winner for interview too. And this is a way smaller scale. This is not even a fraction of what you do and go through. But there's a couple times where we bring in the winner, and I'm like, crap, what was his name again? So I have to look at my look at the deck list and read the name. I'm like, okay, got it. Even though I just finished casting it and typing it in, it's just in that moment it just slips your mind because yeah, I know what you mean, 100%.
Yeah, Gazer,
yeah.
like that one time that you and your co-caster forgot to mute the microphone as the other players were what were they doing about that
Hey,
match results?
relax. Hey,
What was
chill,
that? What were
chill,
those match results?
chill.
They were
Hey,
colluding.
we had a champion. We had a champion at that one. We had a second place finisher. That's all that matters.
Yep, a
We had a
Gazer
champion
scam,
and a second.
an old fashioned 1970s Gazer scam.
So this is the part where we're gonna cut out of the
Billy, if you hear this, cut this out, please.
No, Mike, leave it in. Hold this man accountable for his crimes against humanity in Pokemon.
Humanity is crazy. Not
Now,
humanity.
so do you have any advice for anybody who would want to become a caster or become a better interviewer? Any kind of like tips, tricks, tidbits, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to become a caster, all you have to do is show up one time on the Gust of Wind podcast. Apparently, shout it out to the world.
Entire time, and it doesn't work for us.
No, you have to put yourself out there. You have to be like, that's what I want to happen, and it's gonna happen. No, I'm just kidding.
For a while, I was like dubbing over like locals gameplay and watching it back and
Mhm.
stuff like that, but it just didn't get any views, so I just stopped doing it.
I need more advice.
No, it's all about like, yeah, it's you have to work on your like I used to host my own tournaments too, right? Like but they're online. I'd cast over that.
Online.
And
Yes.
because when the opportunity arises, you have to be ready, right? For me, that opportunity came, and this is like, yeah, what, like 30%, 50% luck or whatnot, that yeah, okay, they were looking at me. But at the same time, when they looked at me, I made sure that I was just like, yeah, I have receipts. I hosted my own tournament. I casted this. I've worked with Asia and all that. Like whenever I could cast a tournament, heck, put me in. I don't care if you don't pay me. I'll go in. I have fun doing it anyway. And then that's just another thing in my resume, right? So it just so happens the stars aligned for me. And I was ready. So just be ready.
All right, you hear that, people? Practice, practice, practice. Put yourself out there, and even if you get 12 views on a YouTube video you worked on for an hour and a half, don't quit.
Take every opportunity. If someone comes to you about something, take it. You know, do it. It just builds a resume, like you said.
Yeah, when I was streaming, I was like, hell, I was really hyped. Even though like I was streaming to like at the start, right, 3-4 people at the time, I'd be like, yeah, I'd put on the same energy I had when I was my first day casting, I guess, right? It was good practice then, and it paid off.
You hear that, Gazer? Even you can do it.
If I ever stream again, maybe one day.
Yeah, you gotta stop scamming people first.
Do you guys remember good old fashioned Gazer streams? Remember those things? Oh my god,
They were the worst.
Those things were terrific.
Oh my god, the last time I was on, you made me eat monkey. You made me eat a monkey.
We did eat monkeys. We did.
To elaborate for any government officials, they actually didn't eat the primate. They ate cardboard. Just to clarify, the three elemental monkeys from Generation 5 from Pokemon Black and White.
I can't believe you guys made me do.
We did do that.
I was like, that wasn't a Gazer stream. That was actually in the Gust of Wind.
No, that wasn't in the podcast.
No, that's a Gazer stream.
That was
a
Gazer's
Gazer
channel.
Okay, that was a Gazer
Don't
stream.
be accountable for this.
Juancho, that's when you at Fresno region when you came to my house. We had a pack battle. We had a pack battle, and like we couldn't determine who the winner was. So I said, I guess we're all gonna eat some cards.
Yeah. Okay. That was a Gazer stream. That's why when you said go back to streaming, that's when it clicked back in my head. Right.
Yeah. Gazer stream. We had a pack battle of I think it was Lost Origin, because you had just won a what was it? You won a winner case, didn't you?
Yeah. I got
the very first time I met you, like IRL. Yeah, you want to win a case. And I happened to get a box sent to me from Furrion. Shout out to Furrion's Pokemon. But yeah, Furrion sent me a box, and I just happened to go through it. And I'm like, I have half a box. You have half a box. Let's open some packs. And we had a pack battle, and we couldn't determine who the winner was. So we just, it was what it was.
So we both ate the monkey. Yeah, okay. Ooh. All right, next topic. I'd like to forget about that.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, no cardboard has been eaten on the Gust of Wind podcast unless Gazer has done it.
Not yet. Not yet.
All right.
New segment idea.
All right. I opened up a prismatic SPC today and I got Jack Squat. So who wants to eat my bulk?
Time to eat the bulk. Eat that bulk.
There's plenty of bulk out there.
No, oh man.
Okay, next topic. You spin a wheel that lands on 4, you put 4 cards in. You spin again, you put 5 cards. You know, like just a stack of bulk. You just have to.
No, you don't even. You open the pack, you don't even look at the rare. You know, instead of rip it. You know, it's like you eat it and then you just realize what you ate.
Like it's like flip it or rip it, but you just eat the rare slot.
Take a bite out of it. Uh-oh.
All right. Well, did you eat the EX or did you hit the SIR in your pack? Oh, it's a double.
No, guys.
All right, you get to keep one card.
Oh no, guys! I ate the God pack.
If we can get 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, we'll eat cardboard on stream or on an episode. I'll eat a handful of bulk if we can get 1,000 YouTube subs on this channel.
I'm down.
I just make sure I don't guess that one, please. Thank you.
Oh, we're bringing back the all-star lineup. You, LDF, and for the win, man.
Yeah, we'll get out the roulette. All right, you have to eat 5. Oh, grass type cards. Oh, they all have to be stage 1. All right, pull them out of your bulk. We'll ship everybody a big 5,000 count bulk box.
The thing is, too, I'd rather eat a card fresh from pack because then I feel like that would be cleaner than bulk lying around the dust.
Oh man, like old 1999 base set bulk. That's got to taste so bad. All the moisture it's absorbed over the years.
Tastes like the 90s.
Eat this Voltorb. Tastes like the 90s. That's good Voltorb.
Oh man. Remember the old cards that weren't like the trading card game where they had like the gum in the packs? Could you imagine like eating that gum now?
Okay, I'd rather eat the gum than the card. Yeah, or chew on it.
But the gum's got to be like a rock. Like you just.
When I was a teenager, which is ancient times, I bought on eBay a booster box of Ninja Turtles cards from 1989.
Oh.
And I ate the gum.
Oh.
And it was not good.
That's when your mutant powers arise.
The ability to deal with Gazer Beam for more than 10 minutes a day.
Whoa. That's a power within itself. That's amazing.
All right, let's move along.
Guys, I want a Master Ball.
You have to eat that. You gotta eat the Master Ball promo card.
That's gonna be my most expensive meal.
Oh my god. Speaking of expensive, we have the Destined Rivals right around the corner. Pre-releases are this coming weekend. I may already or have not broken the rules and opened a build and battle for a YouTube video as always. By the time this comes out, it doesn't matter. I do it every set. What are you gonna do? Sue me? They might.
I'm going to a midnight pre-release tonight. It's gonna be hype.
Oh, awesome!
Bringing my whole family. We're gonna be so tired.
What are you excited to attempt to pull?
The Mewtwo.
Like the SIR?
The SIR Mewtwo. I, to be honest, I'm one of those guys. Well, because I don't have a competition-ish coming up. NAIC, I guess. Maybe I should be practicing by now, but I don't know the whole set. Like, I don't know. Is this the one where Typhlosion comes out in? Because I'd really like the Typhlosion. Or the Ho-Oh. The Ho-Oh SIR. So many good cards. So many possibilities for good cards. But I'm going to be excited later. I'll be like, oh, this is in here. Yeah.
Yeah, we get Heat Wave, Arena, and Glory of Team Rocket in one set. However, the biggest missing piece that's been figured out is that the Psyduck is not included. And
we need that Psyduck, man.
They're gonna have to make that illegal at Worlds. Maybe
is there a way they squeeze it into the black and white sets?
That's what I was thinking too. But I was just like,
it has something to do with black and white, but you just squeeze it in there. It's like a box, like a promo, like
You know, everyone's favorite duck Pokemon, Ducklet. No, we're gonna replace that with Psyduck.
No.
Psyduck is allowed to evolve into Swanna. But
no, we need that Psyduck, man. At least for Worlds. I was hoping to get it, in this set so we have it for the AIC. But that's how it makes a difference because Dusknoir, although Dusknoir's fallen off a little bit, we'll play with Dragapult. It's still such a good card, man, and it can
still
turn
exists.
around.
That means it still a problem,
exists. And it can be unfair at times, man. You work so hard. I think I talked about this before. You work so hard to get Sage 2 out, 330 HP. You feel good about yourself, and then Dusko just goes, "I'm gonna off myself," and then hit you for 200 with anything, and then all that hard work's out the window. Yeah. You took a prize, but I've taken 2, and I've set you back from all your hard work, your rare candies, your Arvins, your quick searches, your Badoos, whatever it took to get that setup. I set you back like 2 turns.
The biggest part
you got one prize though, but
the biggest part of it missing from this set is that like Charizard has started to pop back up a little bit in Japan in city leagues and everything. And without that Psyduck, I just don't think we're going to see that Charizard resurgence at NAIC.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling too. Charizard's great, but yeah, with Drag Ball having Dusknoir, just it's hard to get into those stage 2, just like Kaiser
Well, I mean,
said.
Charizard can play Dusknoir themselves too.
I mean, you're sure, but if you're gonna put Psyduck in your deck, you're not doing both.
But no, I'm saying without Psyduck, Charizard can still play Dusknoir and still be a problem too. Charizard pops something and else its swing is getting stronger every time. I think the main card from this upcoming set that's going to help all those decks out is the Shaman.
I was kind of hoping they'd forget to print that one. Yeah.
Yes, you want a torrential pump. We get it. You want a torrential pump over and over and over. We get it.
I'm already starting to think of like what deck to play in the future formats.
Yeah, well, I'm focused on something with Ethans. Like you said, either Typhlosion or the Macargo with the Ho-Oh. I've been testing with both. I have the cards in Japan. In Japanese.
Oh, you have
been
cards in Japan? Those. How's that work?
Yes. What happens is they hold on to them for me until I come to get them. It's like, it's like a ripper shipper, except they never get shipped. No. But all the cards in Japanese, they just rip.
They rip, they don't ship.
I paid them. They just rip and they just sit there. Sick. Thanks. Dope. But no. I've been testing the Ethan's builds, and Typhlosion feels pretty good. It's a lot of setup, but once you're ramped up to 280, you're just 280, and it's a single prizer, and you can buy time with something like Badoo if you want to. You can set up multiple Typhlosions because the Cyndaquils are 70 HP, so it's easy to buddy them out. You have Shaman to protect. Typhlosion felt really good. I played Macargo, but sometimes your hoes get picked on. But Typhlosion feels super good. I haven't experimented much with Team Rocket. I've looked into the Porygon and the Crobat, and those are tough decks. Maybe the Mewtwo's might be a decent deck. I'm not sure.
It's hard to say. I know Tord played Mewtwo at that Champions League, but didn't do too hot. So,
yeah, that's true.
And if a Tord Brew didn't do good, then I don't think there's true hope for the deck to be an successful archetype immediately. Maybe there's something that we'll get eventually, but again, like we're going right into black and white, and then we're going into megas. So we're not going to see any more trainers Pokemon support. This is a 2 sets and done kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the whole trainers Pokemon gimmick. As excited as I was, I'm kind of disappointed at like how they released them.
It feels like a stopgap just till they get the megas. They already knew they had megas in sight. We're gonna do like we did with Heart Gold, Soul Silver. That's a brand new, block. Brand new blocks coming up. What can we get? What can we do in the meantime? Bring back trainers Pokemon. We just have 2 sets to get through. Instead of doing more Terras and Stellars and stuff, just bring back something to keep them busy for half a year.
But the gimmick itself is like, for example, the Terra typing, right? Yeah, we've only had that for like a certain block, right? But the Terra typing, like all the cool Terra cards, like the crystals or the trumpet or whatnot, the ball, you could use them in every type of Terra deck, right? It helps the deck building. But then like the Iono's Pokemon, the Ends Pokemon, they're like a quarter of what gets released in a set, and that's all that they get to their name. That I felt like was really tough. Yeah, there's no like, this like use a partner There's no like, what do you go, the tag team item where you can search 2 tag team cards. Tag call, right? There's nothing like that, right? There's no overarching support for just partner type things. But so all you have to work with are what you've got, and that's the downside of the End Zoroark deck is like there's not that much. It's like End Zoroark copies other End cards, and there's like 3 of them.
No, there's a Klinklang you forgot about. There's a Klinklang.
Yeah, gonna have to pass on that one, dog. Gonna have to really pass on that one.
Flip 3 coins, do 120 for each chance? No.
And like because of how restrictive they are, like they're not really splashable in other decks either. So the only thing that's like really seen success out of its own archetype is, and I barely say with success, is the Zoroark itself as a draw engine.
And I mean, they had a couple Zoroark decks pop up, get a few results, but yeah, mostly it's just been a draw engine. And then you have Lili's Clefairy that goes in a little bit of everything if you can put it in there. Other than that, it hasn't been much, and I don't see much from this upcoming. I'm thinking, am I drawing a blank on anything? No, I don't see anything that's like splashable like that. You're right.
No, I think the best archetype of the trainers Pokemon is going to be the Marnie's Grimmsnarl. I really think that's going to be the best one across the board, and that's starting to get some hype. And which is, this is even weird too, because like those starter decks of the Grimmsnarl and the Metagross were slated for release for tomorrow, but they're in live, but they're not in any stores anywhere, and the date is still tomorrow. But most distros say the 30th now.
Oh.
So
30th. Oh wow.
The fact that they added the cards to TCG Live, but nobody has the physical cards 2 weeks before they would add the normal set to TCG Live. Like I'm curious, is like, does that make them legal day of at that point? We're in a weird legality question.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because they're not officially released, right? They're not. It has to go from when they're released.
According to Pokemon.com, as of this morning of when we recorded, it still says the 16th is the release date. But they also have, other than the illustration rares, they still have the Destined Rivals set numbers and symbol.
Huh.
So hopefully there's some clarification from somebody soon.
It'd be really awkward if suddenly we can't play the Mighty Deck or NAIC.
Well, they're in the set. Spoiler alert: they're in the set. You can pull all of them in the set except for illustration rares. So it will be legal for NAIC. That's not really the big question. It's just like, because like if somebody has a cup on the 30th or 31st, that's technically 2 weeks away from today or tomorrow. And could someone effectively play the Marnie deck at a league challenge or a league cup before the rest of the set is legal?
The set just dropped. Yeah, but this Marnie deck came out 2 weeks ago, technically. Yeah.
And anyone with a cup 2 weeks from now, bring the Marnie deck and let's see.
If you get disqualified, then I'll have Gazer reimburse your entry fee.
I'll take care of it.
But for every $1 it is, you have to also eat a cardboard.
Yes.
The more expensive your cup, the more bulk you're eating.
But no, I'm excited for Destined Rivals, man. I'm mostly about the Ethan's Pokemon, but I'm not sure how great it's going to be, but I'm really excited to try to play him and figure out the list and get it nailed down. Before we move on, you guys seen the pre-release promos, right? Look, and I'm using, if anyone can't see me right now, I'm using air quotes. I'm using quotation marks, so I say promos.
I'll be a bad boy.
Oh.
There's like not alternate arts now or something, right?
You can't have that right now.
Wait, no, I'm not here.
It is not a promo card.
It's not midnight.
It's
not a promo card.
It's not a promo card. It's the actual card from the set with the symbol, but it's a Cosmos foil.
I don't want that. I want different art.
What happened? Why? It's like the last pre-release had alternate arts, right?
And now my question is,
that's what's so hard that
are we still going to get staff promos for these cards too? Or have they like said, screw these people?
Well, those come with your pre-release cards, with your pre-release kits, right?
Not always. No. The pre-release content, like the build and battles in the kit with the booster box or whatever, those come from distributors. The promotional posters, like in the totems, like the one I have behind me of Evolving Skies. Someone wants that $2,000. Hit me up in the DMs. I saw that. But no, all that stuff comes directly from TPCI, and it's usually late. At least here on the East Coast, it usually shows up like a week after.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what kind of if it just says stamped on it. It's just a regular art. We'll see.
We'll see. Well, yeah, fingers crossed if we still get staff promos. And also
that will be news to break.
If someone pulls Mimikyu at their pre-release, I'm really sorry. You
R.I.P.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
You
get a Pokemon with free retreat. You get a free retreat.
Hopefully, if in the Mimikyu core that I hope at least they're like, all right, let's give you the Giovanni supporter as like a, here's your promo sucks, we're sorry, but hey, at least now you can play this Giovanni and have a free pivot.
Yeah. Switch it out, then retreat out. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so curious to see what's in like that. You know how they teach you how to play your deck, and if you got like the Mimikyu, do they teach you how to play the Mimikyu?
Yeah.
The little card, little how to trainer tips.
Yeah, like
how to
the
play
little
cards.
how to play thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I will spoil the video. I did not get Mimikyu. I got Typhlosion. I already showed it off.
You lucky son of a gun.
Meh.
Is that like that's a great kid, isn't it? It's a good kid.
I would love to play these 40 cards that I built for the video in an actual tournament. I would love to take this 40 card deck. It is chef's kiss, man.
But no, I think on the TCG website they talked about how Marcus Mimikyu wasn't going to be that great for the pre-release. Did they make something along that line?
Yeah, they literally just said it was useless.
Yeah.
Free retreat.
They said, that's what they said. They said, we know this card's not that great in this kind of format, but you do have free retreat.
You know what's a better free retreater if you pull it? Ethan's Pichu. And it can do 30 damage and draw a card.
Draw two. Oh, one card.
It's one card.
Those two.
So if you pull Ethan's Pichu, that's a much better piece than Mimikyu. Unless you have the Giovanni supporter, then I eat my words.
Yeah, 30 damage, draw a card.
What did you just like look at one? Did you just pull one up and look at it?
What? Yeah,
what did you just do? What did you just do? Gazer.
So our last subject.
Gazer, do you have cards?
Am I the only one who doesn't have any Destined Rival cards?
I get some in a few hours. It's almost midnight.
And I don't have any of the cards. It's
almost midnight over there. You'll get some in a few hours. Just be patient, Juancho. Be patient. But no, last thing to talk about this upcoming weekend. It's one of the rare occasions, like a full eclipse. It's a 4-event weekend this weekend. We have regionals out in Chile. We have regionals in the Netherlands, I think. I'm sure there's one in Japan. There's usually one in Japan, right? Let me double check. We got regionals. They're coming up. Give me predictions. 4 regionals. Give me 4 decks you think will do well. They don't have to necessarily win the event, but just 4 decks like just will do well.
I'll start. Giraffe.
I mean,
I still believe in Terror Box.
Don't give me hope, man. Don't give me. I love that giraffe.
I've really loved Eevee Box, like the Flareon Sylvia.
Oh yeah,
recently.
yeah.
That's all I've literally been playing. I went 4-0 at locals with it this week, and I've been loving the deck. It's probably the most fun deck that I've got, other than Kentucky Fried Frogs. But I would not play that at a regional.
That's a good one, but I would play it in a regional. I mean, Ian Raw played it, so it has to be good.
I'd play Eevee at regional, but not Kentucky Fried Frogs.
I have no idea what Kentucky Fried Frog is.
The Greninja Blaziken deck.
Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah, I wouldn't play that in regional.
But it is you're gonna brick. Some
people just want to hit 120 and 120 and 120 and some people just want to just keep doing that. You're one of those people.
I like Greninja. Always have, always will.
Decks I think would do well. I mean, Dragapult, of course, Gardevoir, of course. Although Milwaukee, Gardevoir wasn't too hot, was it?
I mean, it performed, but it didn't like dominate.
Yeah, it topped 8, but then it was. It's not like where it went like the last 4 or 5 in a row.
I mean, there's still a considerable amount in day 2 of them.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why I wouldn't take Walls. Has one, I won't take Walls in a row.
Yeah, but that's why I wouldn't take Walls to Portland, because Gardevoir just destroys my walls, so I can't take that. But no, of course Guardy, of course Dragapult.
I think people are gonna play Bolt again now that like it's got some respect on it itself again.
I want to go on
like half of the U.S. players always have Bolt sleeved or something. So
I mean, I do have it sleeved too. It's true. I have it sleeved up. I do. I haven't played it in months, but I do have it just sitting there. And I took out the cards that you don't use it anymore, and I put in the other cards. Like, okay, I'm gonna play this one day, and I have it, but it's there. It's sitting there. But no, I want to go out on a limb. I want to say some form of Godango gets in the top 4 of one of these events.
man, I loved Goldango early on in the format, and then I just don't like it with the Dragapult. I see so many people like overthink that like 2-2-1 line in there, and like start committing to that Dragapult too early instead of just playing it out and like using it for recon. And I think it's a trap.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Goldango pre-rotation, so it's just one of those decks where you play it post-rotation. It just feels so like nerfed. Like it is missing that thing. It's missing Radiant Greninja. Let's just be honest, but it's missing something. So people have just been adding stuff to it, and right now it still doesn't feel as smooth as pre-rotation. So it just feels a little awkward still.
Yeah,
But it is
I
powerful. Yeah.
I think it's powerful, and I think late game it's like it can do really well late game. Late game you need a lot of pieces, like you need hella pieces sometimes to really get there. You need
you could also
one or
get
two
punished
superiors.
late game too by an unfair Stampede or
But yeah, late game Badu could really mess you up.
it could.
But I was gonna say the beauty of this deck is that it has so much draw power. It's usually able to draw out of situations like this. It reminds me of like early stages, early Raging Bolt when it was really like at its peak. When you get Iono to 2, and you had Pokestop, you had Radiant Greninja, you had, and you know, at the time we had Pheasant Dippy to flip the script. You just see 8, 9, 10 cards, and you're like, oh, I'm okay. So I like the fact that because drawing cards is hard in this format now. Drawing cards is hard. If you notice, there's a premium on Poke Gears. People are trying to slime the Dunsparce and Dracloaks and this stuff just to see cards. Zoroark's just going in anything. I'm putting our child on with Zoroark just because I need to see cards. But late game, a deck that can draw and see cards, I feel like can do really well. And the fact that Golden could draw that many cards and still get a big knockout, I feel like it's going to sneak into a top 4 somewhere.
Yeah, it's been close. It's done fine. Just the big split between the variants, I think. It needs something else. Like, I honestly think it'd be funny to see it with like Terra support with like knockdowns instead. Like, just put a cornerstone in there. You already play the fighting energy. You put a Crispin in your deck if you have to, and then let's owl it up.
I'm not opposed to a Crispin. I thought about a Crispin just like for those quick attachments to like some people run the Monkey Dory, or even something like you said, sneaky like a Cornerstone, a Lilith Clefairy. I can see it like a Crispin, just okay, split this attachment, let's go. So I'm not opposed to that. I can see that, but a lot of times those energies end up in your discard pile, not in your deck. So that part kind of it's like early game, I guess.
I mean, one copy, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's effectively attachment and an energy search if you need it. But also, if you could, shove that in there with the Cornerstone and the Owls, and like, could you imagine like Jewel seeking for like Cypher Maniac's code breaking and another card, and then drawing it's like effectively Jewel seeking for 3 cards? I'm just saying.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Raging Bolt's doing, right?
Mm-hmm. Just take what Bolt does.
That might be the missing piece.
Yeah, I mean, Bolt and Goldango are kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
You discard a bunch of energy cards. It doesn't matter. One's from the hand, one's from the board.
Either way, something's going boom. I go boom. Something go boom.
You know what? Screw it. Let's put them both together. We'll call it Bolt Dango.
Bolt Dango. I like that.
Wait, weren't Goldango players like playing Ceruledge anyway? At some point,
at one point, there were some. There were.
I haven't seen that.
I've seen it. I hit one I hit one at Sacramento back in November.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing Archelodon, and this is before I started playing with Dialga and I started winning. But I was playing, playing it badly, and I hit that deck. I'm like, I don't win. What's going on here? And I almost had him game 1. I had him where I have knockout next turn. I was using Staryu to move damage around and doing extra. I had him, and then he dug for like 8 cards, 9 cards, 10 cards, and found like every piece he needed. Like he's like, okay, coin bonus. Oh, cool. Radiant Greninja. Bench that. Okay, concealed. Oh, cool. Cypher. Okay, put this here. Okay, coin bonus. Okay, cool. Okay, now this. Like he just like it. He literally got every piece he needed. 1 game win. I lost game 2. Just no contest. But yeah, there was a list with that. But now I think it's kind of hard to figure out to play with. I like to go Dango with the Dragapult, but you also have Goldango with Dunsparce. You have Goldango with just Scizor. You have Goldango with did you guys see the one that was kind of cheeky with the low kicks?
Mm-hmm.
To get around Cornerstone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what's the correct way to play it, but I feel like it has so much draw power in this format. If you don't draw, you kind of like you could be dead in the water from an unfair stand from a late game Iono. You can be kind of like just out of there. So I feel like Godango or of course Dragapult because it has Dracloak. Something you need to have some type of late game draw, and I feel like Godango's going to sneak into a top 4 somewhere this weekend at least.
A lot of chances for it.
Yeah. The reason I'm not too particular on the Jotic box deck is because you don't have a lot of draw. You have Fez, you have Mew, and you just hope that those few cards get you there.
Not to discredit it, but it is a very linear, linear deck,
yes.
and like you put it up against the correct player, and it's not a good matchup for you. Then like, they know what you're gonna do. They're it's pretty predictive.
Well,
yeah,
it has a choice.
Pikachu.
Where do you put the energy?
Iron Hands.
And then it becomes a line. It's
okay.
first.
Is my opponent big or little? Oh, they're little. Okay, Iron Hands. My opponent big or little? Oh, they big. Pikachu.
Yeah,
that's what it is. That's what it is. But I can't really say that's a good deck to take because a late game Iono, you're just sitting there like I don't know. I guess pass. Something like anything that runs the Zoroark engine, unfortunately, even though it's not that great of an engine. I mean, we get Air Balloon back might be better, but anything that runs Zoroark, Dracloak, Godango, the fact they can draw late game, that late game draw is so important. From the games I've been playing a lot lately, late game draw is important.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've moved back into a world of like abilities are good. And so now we're going to get Garbatoxin in black and white.
Imagine
do it. Do it, cowards.
Just give it to Trashalanche too while you're at it, like the meme that Gazer made.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny. Trashalanche, 300 HP, 2 retreat costs, so you put an air balloon on it, and you're good to go. All right, here we go. Oh man, but hey, before we wrap this up, have you guys seen the rumblings of Expanded? Might be on the way back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody. I love Expanded.
I care.
I like it. Okay. Oh, he cares. Okay, good.
I'm pulling it out.
I mean, I saw the results and it was kind of scary, wasn't it? Like,
is that your Expanded deck box? What is
Expanded?
A whole case of Expanded. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I don't know if I've talked about it before, but next month I'm making our locals play Expanded. Like for the month of June. And this is before they announced those like midweek celebration tournaments or whatever. And I was like, all right, we're still playing it. And so of course I had to be the menace to sleeve up Reggie Drago and get out my double dragon energies and Dialga GX, and I get to relive some bling. Like full art Raihan is back. We've got the alt art Dedenes, the staff quick balls. Got the gold fire and grass energy in here, and the full art Guzmas. I'm so ready.
Oh dang!
I'll be bringing this to New Orleans with me because I saw that they're gonna do an expanded side of it on Saturday. So
I want to day 2. I want to do well, but I also want to play Expanded. So I'm like, if I don't do well, I'm fine with that. I can play some Expanded. That's fine.
Are you gonna build your favorite?
What?
Gengar Mimikyu?
I can't afford that.
Oh, you want to borrow one?
I can't afford that. You have one?
I have a playset.
I can't afford that. What I've been playing in Expanded, I've been terrorizing people with it as
okay, yeah. That's another one I was probably going to sleeve up because I was going to build a couple decks for like the locals to play. But then like my argument of picking Expanded over like say GLC is the fact that like your standard deck is fine. You can still come to League, not know it's Expanded.
Yeah, that's fair.
Get your butt whooped by an Expanded deck, but still play Pokemon.
You might not do that well.
But if
your opponent goes second, you just lose, but you can play.
Yeah, if I sanction GLC and you came with a standard deck, oh, sorry, buddy. Gotta go home. Can't play Pokemon today. And I learned, that from last year. We let people vote, and people voted for GLC, and it just didn't even fire off.
Mm-hmm. No, I haven't played Expanded in a minute. The last time I was able to play was through PTCGO. So a while.
Rest in peace.
But I really enjoyed playing that Dialga turn 1 win deck. Is that still a thing? Dialga V-Star into GX with a scramble switch.
I mean, you could. I think the biggest problem with that one specific expanded event in Japan is that like that Limitless page is all Regidrago decks, one Bunnelby deck, and one Lugia or something like that.
For
Let's see,
what
it's
I
all
remember is like
Regidrago. You have
all
a Lugia,
Regidrago.
you have Iron Thorns, you have Lugia, and then you have Slacking. With
Yeah,
Vileplume.
Slacking Vileplume, which is Bunnelby as well. One Lugia and then one Iron Thorns. Out of the top,
Yeah, so the rest of Regidrago.
13 Drago. So like I feel bad that I sleeved up Drago, but like I also kind of want to build something else now because like I'm going to expect nothing but people to play these 3 decks.
You got to play Lugia again? Yes, please.
You get to play better than Broken Lugia. You get to battle.
I'm looking at the list
battle
right now. There's like a bunch of dragons. Just play Drago, man.
Yeah, but the dragons that you're playing in there aren't in Regidrago. You get the Tina Chomp and the Naganadel Guzzlord. Like, those are some bullies. Those are some
Naganadel
absolute
Guzzlord is really
eaters.
good. I have a couple of those myself, and I thought about playing that. I built Drago before it really got good and expanded. About a year ago, I built it, and my list wasn't that great. And looking at their list, I'm like, I see where I made my mistake at. But yeah, Naganadel and Guzzlord GX was like a card I really like. I thought it was really good. It's a big boy, it could heal itself. You can use that GX attack to take 3 prizes? Or is it 2?
I think 3. Chaotic Order.
Yeah.
Yeah, just straight up, just take 2 prize cards.
Just take 2, or take it. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna take these things.
Wait, this Iron Thorns deck though seems like a lot of fun.
I haven't looked at that.
Iron Thorns Archeops, yes. Okay. I think I'll play this one.
Okay.
If I'm gonna play one of the 3, I'll play that one.
I mean, it's got some of your Terra Box friends in there, Ogerpon and Pikachu.
Yeah. It has Terra Box
Get your
and
Archeops.
Lugia parts. What?
Yeah. That might be the play. You might be right.
Now, if only the other Archeops wasn't banned, you could play that one instead and just prevent evolutions. Whew.
I totally forgot about that one.
That ban list.
Yeah. But hopefully Expanded comes back in some form, man. And we're getting a little bit of a taste of it at NAIC. I'm looking forward to that. The not regional, but that event that happened, the Champions League in Japan. That I don't know if that's indicative of what we can expect, but yeah. And then even online, there's a few rumblings about, some expanded events on the way or coming up, something like that. So I'm kind of excited for it. I'm here for this.
Yeah. Give me another format. Give me back another format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need more ways to play Pokemon. Always.
I agree. I can agree with that. We also need Psyduck. I need him. I need him all life.
Yeah, give us Psyduck TBCI. What are you doing?
We need him hard, please. But Steuben, I think that does it for this episode, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's all I've got. At this point, Juancho, the floor is yours. This camera or your camera or whatever, any camera, feel free to shout out what you got going on, what you've been working on, what you want to do, and what you got coming up.
He is a shoutcaster. So.
Oh yeah, just thank you guys for having me. It feels great to be back in the Gust of Wind. I feel at home. Thank you, Gazer, for not letting me eat a card. Thank you, Steuben, for making time. I know this episode was about to fire without you, but I'm glad you made the exception.
Don't thank me. Thank the wifey.
Thank you.
So I'm not good enough
wife.
for you. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, and hashtag blame Gazer. We're bringing it back.
Yeah, just a lot of fun to be in this podcast. Right now, I'm trying to work on more stuff. Like I'm trying to stream again. I'm trying to create more content. That's for sure. Now that there's a little bit of a lull time between casting gigs, it's gonna be a minute. But hey, just watch out for me at the Pokemon World Championships. Me and my family would love if you guys could root for us. I'm fingers crossed my son could be world champion. That'd be so sick. Or me, or my wife, whichever. And then I'll be at NAIC too. I'll see
you next week in Portland.
No, I'm not. I won't be in Portland, unfortunately. I
That's
normally
like your
do
favorite
that.
place to go.
It is my favorite place in the world, but but I won't be in Portland, unfortunately. But I'll compete in NAIC. So unfortunately, it's not. It's the new format, so I have to put in a little bit more time. Other than that, just that's it. I'll check out my Twitter. I guess that's where I'm most active now.
I'll have all the links down in the doobly doo or whatever people want to call it nowadays.
The doobly doo.
Appreciate it.
We got you, Juancho. Appreciate you stopping by, making time for us, man. And I mean, you're a champion now. We're honored to have you on.
You've always been a champion in our hearts, though. Come on. Let's be
I
honest.
won this tournament 10 years ago. Okay, so,
The people's
so every 10
champion.
years I'll win a nationals.
I mean, that's fine. Most people could only dream of that.
No, but yeah, it's it feels great to be competing, and again, it was so awkward to decide between casting or competing, but I'm just glad I made the right choice. If you follow me on Twitter, there's that entire saga of me just like I had to make a tough decision this weekend. I decided to play over casting, and then there's the whole you made top cut. Oh, I just won. There's an entire saga of it.
You made the right call. You made the right call.
Yeah.
And I remember I was watching that on Twitter. I stayed up till I think it was like 2:30 in the morning watching you in that champion game. And I had to do something. Did I have a cup? I had something going on the next day, and I'm like, I should be bed. I should be asleep, but I gotta watch. I gotta watch my boy. I gotta watch him.
I appreciate that. Whew. Yeah. Other than that, to check out the official Pokemon streams, I guess that's where I'm normally at.
Easy enough. Okay, is there any
Yep.
final thoughts?
No, I just love this guy, man. I love this guy. We hung out when he came to Fresno a couple times. Weird place to hang out, but we hung out there. I was hoping to see you in Portland, but you let me down. You love the Pacific Northwest, man. I don't know what happened there. You love that area, but no, I'll see you at NAIC. And have to get that expanded deck ready, man. Get your expanded deck ready. We got you.
But yep,
All
that'll
right,
do it
I'll
from
try and build
us here at the Gust of Wind. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all those things on the YouTube channel. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, wherever you find your podcast, make sure you follow us or subscribe, which is different than YouTube subscribing, but is also free on those platforms, or follow, whatever. It's all the same. Do those things. Leave reviews. We can't tell you to leave a positive one, but you should totally do that anyways. If not, we'll make you eat your bulk. That's it.
Dear.
Bye, everybody.